Joe Rogan does one on a fucking plane and sends it out on the plane.
Rogan again, Bill. Do you used to do MMA, Tom?
Yeah.
Put me on your podcast, yo.
I think we should make a whole separate podcast about that. We need to sound up. We need someone dropping.
That was it. That was the cue.
I really wish that had just landed like bang on and we were like, hey.
I missed that completely. That fucking.
Dabbing's old though now, isn't it?
You did it, didn't you?
Yeah,
you were on that.
all about the dab.
It's just 1 hour. I didn't have the self-esteem to dab until like 3 months after. Alexander was like, "We dabbed in November, Dad. What are you doing now?"
I've still no idea what it is. Come on, Tom, do you enjoy it? It's the fucking best bit. Come on, just get it out.
Welcome back to 3D cast. That's staying now. That's staying.
Go on.
With Tom Blake, Phil Hope, Michael Wheatman, and our special guest today, Daniel Watson.
The man himself.
CrossFit royalty.
Oh, royalty, I see.
I think so.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolute legend. Daniel, will you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course. Just where I lived,
background.
where I lived
I don't
back
wanna know
in
you
when I
fucking
was four. When I was four, I grew up in. No, basically, I joined the army when I was 16. I wanted to fix people. I wanted to be a combat med tech. But when you go to the careers office, they're like, yeah. No, you don't.
Sounds classed the bullshit.
Yeah. They're like, what you want to do, right, is be an engineer, electronics engineer, and you're like, yeah, sign me up. Anyway, so I signed up. I was electronics engineer for 8 years, and then I transferred to the Royal Army Physical Training Corps, and I did 6 years in that corps, running gyms, running like rehab facilities, my own worked with physios. They would run it in the Northern Ireland. Ran my own in Plymouth at 29 Commando, and got the opportunity to do my commando course. And then I moved, and I was like I was the the rehab instructor at St Athan, where the Special Forces Support Group was, and that was cool. And then now I'm doing dentistry, but I work for HQ, CrossFit HQ, doing the level 1 seminars.
Fabulous.
Did you do the level 2s?
I'm interning at the moment. I've got my second intern at the end of the month, so I'm really excited about that as well.
First one go well?
Yeah, the first one you're just watching.
Right.
So unless you're a complete douchebag,
It's a big difference between how you deliver level 1 level 2. Is there a big difference between how you deliver it?
There is actually. The level 2. So the level 1, obviously you know what you've got to deliver. You've got a template. There's a template for level 2, but it's very organic when you're in the working groups, because when you go around, some people see things, some people don't. Some people can fix things, some people don't. So you coach people through individually on seeing, then seeing, correcting, and then the overall teaching of a group. So it's quite demanding. You know, like doing a PT session. In those 2 days, you are pretty much that intense, that one-on-one with everyone in your group.
Oh, that's cool.
In 3 different sessions.
Very sweet.
Yeah, it's really interactive in comparison
level 2. Cool.
In comparison to level 1, which is, like you said, it's almost like a play, isn't it? Like,
you
just go through everything in the journal throughout the entire weekend.
Right.
And then, like, with the level 2, you get coaches who've been doing it for years, and then people who are 6 months in, and they need way more work.
I think there's something really unique about going onto a course though and experiencing it live with people telling their story and telling the story, rather than just reading it out of a book.
We learn more, don't we?
Yeah. Because it's personal interaction, isn't it? You get like an emotional attachment to things, and if you do that, you don't really get an emotional attachment to people, things on like white paper.
Yeah.
It's more towards like people that actually now sort of have been doing it for a while. They know what they're doing. It's just how to like fine tune it now, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No, I loved it. I thought it was a really good course.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, I'm looking forward to interning on that.
I got whipped a lot on that course.
Mate, loads of people do. Even the instructor does when they take the session, don't they? And then the flow master will give them feedback. Look, they did this, but they actually did this and this wrong, and you're like, ugh. But the thing is, no one's perfect. Everyone's learning all the time, you know.
Yeah.
So
if you're not open to that, then you're a dick.
Yeah, but I think that's when you intern to go on to level 1 staff or HQ staff. you're vetted through that. You know, you get given feedback. You've got to action it, and if you can't take it, then
It's not for you.
you're not going to be.
You're not like
Okay.
say with members, you're not coachable, are you?
No, exactly. Yeah.
If you think you're the finished article, then you're a dick.
Yeah. A big shock for me when I interned. I tell you now, because I thought I was still bollocks. I thought I was like the man, you know. Well, in a way, you know, I come from the PT corps where you're the boss. You're the boss, and you. Everyone looks up to you. You can't make mistakes.
So did you find like starting, not like, but at the bottom of the food chain again almost?
Mate, I wanted to give up. I got some feedback from Denise Thomas, DT, and I was just like, punching airbag on the way home.
I'm just quitting.
When I said to Anna, I was like, I'm so shit. I'm the worst coach in the world.
Just
She was like,
question
you'll
your
be alright,
existence.
you'll be alright. Instead of just like, just go in and do the next one. Right, do the next one, do the
You
next
can
one.
work at Pure Gym.
So I did, I did the next one. And I had the army, and I thought I was doing really well, and then I just messed up on the last day. And he like sat me down, and he's like, you're going to have to come back for another one. And I was just like, in my head, I was like, yeah, cool, no worries, yeah. I was
not
like,
even looking at
and
him.
I was like, yeah, no worries. In my head, I was like, I'm not coming back.
Innit?
And I actually went down, travelled down. I was moving our house from South Wales. We sold it, moving out, get the stuff, come back up here. I popped in to see Dabs, who recommended me, and I just went, I'm not doing it. He went, did you give up before? Have you ever given up on anything? I said, no, not really. It's quite a poignant topic, this, actually. And I was just like, look, I just can't take it. I'm just not good enough, mate. And he was like, have they said no? I was like, no. He said, on your commando course, did you give up then? I was like, no. Because what did you say to everyone? Until they physically take you off, you keep going. And so I was like, yeah, you're right. And I went on the next one, and I got the thumbs up. So it is quite a poignant topic for today, actually. Yeah.
Giving up.
Yeah.
I remember a few years ago, if I used to get any feedback, you know, if someone, even no matter how much I respected them, they could have had infinitely more time doing whatever skill it was. And as soon as I came out of my mouth, when I was my little snappy self, as soon as I said anything, I'm like, fuck you. In my head, I'd be like, oh, fuck you. You fucking shit at what you do. Do you know, I just snapped straight away. And now I'm like,
You've got to just take
You're
it.
probably
you're
right,
right. You are
actually.
right.
Yeah.
Right. In it.
Yeah,
I just snap
absolutely.
immediately.
Yeah.
Do you think all that all your background? Do you think it helped your your mental strength and your mindset going through all this new stuff then? And
Yeah, totally. I think everything that happens in the past is beneficial. Actually,
it can hinder you.
It can do, but look, listen, I heard a quote yesterday, and it was really, really, really cool. And it was like, the past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. Today is your residence. The past is just reference. So you can use it as a reference to drive you forward.
Yeah.
In any sort, any walk of life. And I was like, that is seriously cool. Professor Lanky, circa 2017.
Get that as some
Don't
quotation.
fucking steal it. Put it on Instagram.
So
That's a good point. That I found immediately on leaving that you would you'd always want to reference what you were and you'd always want to kind of you'd want people to give you respect immediately because you just left a position of authority and respect where a lot of people look up to you. And you couldn't take that people wouldn't give you the same respect when you're out. And you're like, but no one cares. It's not important.
Shit, yeah.
But
Do you know
I'd
I am?
constantly. No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was horrendous, and then but I had to get over it and get over myself, and then think it's no longer an identity. I've got to let it go that I was blatant in the past, and now I've got to just completely rebuild from where.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's worthless, but
Yeah.
people just hang on to it for too long and think it always identifies
it's
them.
self-destructive.
But tell me about it.
The army gives you a lot of
Fucking
things. The military give you a lot of tools, but it can also give you some tools that are not conducive to normal life.
Or everyone that I still know just cannot adapt. All of them horrendous.
Really?
All of them.
Right.
Oh my god.
I know a lot of people who have struggled.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who have just literally just merged into to normal life. Really.
Do you think that comes with the job, whatever job was before, or what time of the service was, or
Yeah, and your experiences in.
Yeah.
You know, what did you do certain things on tour? Didn't you? That said, though, not everyone's tied with the same brush. I know people who have done some crazy stuff, and they come out and they're just like, "Whoop, I'm all right, I'm good. This is really cool," and just move on to the next piece. And there's something. It runs on the same line of the remembering things. So for me, I know that Anything that happens in the past that's negative, I've got an ability just to delete it out of my mind until someone jogs my memory. So, you know, ex-girlfriends, ex-wives, you know, you're like, oh, until someone reminds me, oh, Dan, you was married before. I'll be like, oh yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I know that.
And yeah, because they just don't talk.
You're not bothered.
It's not now, is it?
Yeah.
It's reference.
I had some great times.
Yeah.
I had some really crap times.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's why I'm a winner. So that ability just to like just shut off. Sometimes I think is a strength, but sometimes I think it is a bit of a weakness.
Depends how much you've let it go, haven't you?
Yeah.
Either you've buried it or you completely let it go, and so it just takes a little thing. Like war films and that, kind of Stella straight away. Like,
yeah.
And I was like, put another one in, put another one in.
Didn't you have like the opening scene from Pearl Harbor music on yesterday?
Same
Right.
We're doing the
He's got the members crawling through the car park in the rain.
Do you know the Omaha Beach landing?
Concrete crawling. Yeah, that used to be punishment.
It was. I'm like,
pleasure.
Right, give me some music to play for the wall, or I'm just going to start playing random shit. And they were like,
It's
whatever you want. I was like,
right.
Omaha Beach.
Yeah,
Phil, I just told you about 3 types of fun. Sarah Davis taught me this. She was like, there's 3 types of fun, right? There's type 1 fun. Yeah, that's when it's fun doing the thing and fun afterwards. Type 2 fun is it isn't fun when you're doing it, but it is quite fun when you think about it afterwards. Type 3 fun, Laura's just been through that, right? It wasn't fun during it, and she's not going to think it was fun afterwards.
Isn't it? Member experience that I call class one.
So tell us about some of like, because everyone who knows you about your challenges and all that. Yeah. So what was the first one you did?
The first one I really remember that was big was with my best mate who lives in New Zealand. He owns a CrossFit box, Up CrossFit. Gibbo, yeah, Chris Gibbs, legend of a man. We both transferred into the Royal Army Physical Training School together, and we lived opposite each other. We just got on really well. We liked the same music, and he was the fittest guy on our course, running wise. In fact, probably overall, he never got beat running. He was a fit guy, you know. And I sort of like really wanted to. I always wanted to like be fitter than him. There was a big battle between us all the time, and I used to like train my absolute like nuts off trying to beat hill reps, running. You know, we went to. I'm drifting off topic a little bit, but we went to South Wales. I'm doing all these hill reps and all this sort of stuff. And I said, "Yeah, let's go for a run, mate." And it was this one day that I beat him. I beat him twice on a run. This one day, this first time, I was running on. But it's like, you know that poker face?
Yeah.
So when you're running, it's like, you alright? You good? You good? I'm alright, and we just kept picking it up. We're supposed to go for a steady away 10k. And we're like, it started getting really violent, you know, like big strides. It was like, boom, and I dropped him. And I was just like, my life could end now. But he was broken, he was. And so him, I phoned him up. We just qualified as rehab specialist. I was in Northern Ireland. He was in a place called Basingbourne. And I'd spoken to a guy called Steve Hyland. He's 63 now. He still owns some mega chin up and pull up world records.
Is he the pull up dude? Yeah.
He is the pull up man. 63. At 62, he did over 1,000 chin ups in an hour. Look him up. It's called Steve Hyland WR World Record on Instagram. The guy is phenomenal. He's shred pigs, right? 60, smashing people, right? He's a monster. Anyway, so I chatted to him. He was about 50, maybe 55, 52 at the time, and he was talking about these things he'd done. You know, 24-hour chin ups and pull ups, and I was like, bloody hell, that's awesome. And then I thought, I'm all right, chin ups. You know, alright. So I got thinking. I was like, we just finished that, you know, course and transfer. Finished the next course. There's always the next challenge in my life, and I was just like, what can I do now? I hate sitting still. So I phoned Gibbo up, and I was like, mate, you fancy doing something? He went, yeah. I said, like a charity event for Help for Heroes, because it was massive at the time, and I said, look, you know, fancy doing some, like, see if we can do like 7 chin ups every minute for 24 hours between us. He was like, yeah, decent. I was like, actually, we just learned about like balancing out muscle groups and stuff. Why don't we do dips as well? Why don't we do 7 pull-ups, 7 dips in the same minute for 24 hours between us? I wasn't even into CrossFit. I didn't even know what an EMOM was, but I did the ultimate EMOM before EMOMs were alive, right? And he was like
bar dips.
Yeah, bar dips and chin ups like that. So he went, let's try it out. 20 minutes, mate. We barely made it. He did it in his gym. I did it. Phoned up after lunch. I went, how's it going? You went. Just. I went, me too. We can do it. And that was it. We just trained for it, and we did that. We did that in December. It was on exactly the same date. All my challenges I do it on the same date to come to sort of like
Class.
Yeah, I remember it. It's a special day in my life, 10th of December.
Nice.
So, and we did it.
Yeah.
We did 15 minutes on, 15 minutes off. We did 5,040 chin-ups and dips.
That's unbelievable.
He did the same. We raised $3,000 for Help Heroes, and that was the start of like the. Oh, cool, yeah, but that put me off for a long time. We called it the 7-7. 7 chin-ups, 7 minutes, 7-7. 7's a magic number. 7-minute abs. But
how were you after that? Were you in a bit?
Do you know what? Funny story. This right. So finished it that night. No, we did it from 3 o'clock to 3 o'clock. 3 in the afternoon till 3 in the afternoon. So we went through the night first. Gibbo, like when he finished, he was just like he'd done. He'd like, boom, I'm done, dude. So he went to his bed, I had to sleep, woke up and I was like, like full body dogs, horrendous cramping, like, getting cramp in your hamstring and your quad at the same time. Like dogs everywhere, like it was mental. But it was Ali's 30th birthday, right? It had just been, it's at the end of November, but she was celebrating it in Southampton that weekend. So we did it on the Friday, finished on a Saturday, or something like that. And we went out that night. I said, look, I want to take you for a Chinese, mate. And I was still buzzing. I was buzzing because we'd done it. I'm a Chinese. Gibbo's like this. Couldn't even hold his head up. I just got to go home, mate. Right. So his dad's there, his missus is there, and his sister. And so we took him home. We sat in the bar drinking beers until like 1 o'clock in the morning. I went to bed, woke up. He gave me a lift. He gave me a lift. He's like. Right, dropped off at the station. I'm carrying all these bags. So I was in Northern Ireland, come over from Northern Ireland, went down to Southampton from Basimon on the train, got there to Ali's, went out for this big party with all our friends and my family and stuff. She got paralytic, I had to carry her home. And I was just like, cheers, easy. Yeah, basically that was the first challenge, the 7-7.
Yeah.
And then the pull-up challenge.
I did the rope climb challenge.
The rope climb challenge the year before. How many did you do? 150?
156, yeah.
In an hour?
2.5 a minute, yeah.
In gardening gloves.
In gardening gloves, mate. Change those 3 times, mate. £1 a pair. Yeah. Don't go buying all these expensive gloves.
Fucking rogues, innit?
£1 a pair.
I don't care if it's sky blue and yellow on it.
Well, I don't care. Just buy them really small and I'll be like,
Yeah.
Get them on.
Fitted.
Yeah.
Right, they're fitted gloves.
Yeah.
£1, dude.
Yeah.
Tip for you.
Yeah.
If you're going to do 156 rope climbs in an hour.
Yeah, so I did that.
Did you go 100% for that as well?
Yeah, I did celebrate actually, yeah.
Would you not say that it's got it's an essential
celebration?
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to have a celebration.
We're trying to convince Tom, right, every episode so far that it's alright to have a beer.
It's okay.
I have a beer every now and then.
He does it. What he does is, he opens a beer, he sends us a photo on Facebook.
The same beer.
Pours it down the fucking sink.
Let's have a beer, impure.
It's never been drank, has it? It's always just been popped. And then
Yeah.
You're on fire. You're like, you did it. You opened
I
it.
sent him a video drinking it.
That's how bad
we
it's
like,
got, man.
yeah.
The video goes off.
Your nickname growing up was Shandy. Yeah. We all used to call you Shandy. So.
Have you always been like that then?
We're going to change it. Yeah. We're going to organise once a quarter having a beer.
Mate, when he does it though, he is the ultimate punctured airbag in the morning. You just get pictures sent. When we get, he's like laying on the floor with the biggest pizza in the world. It's like this.
No, because I think when I go out, I can drink, but I put myself in such a fucking state.
You just go. You keep drinking the next morning.
I can't, man.
You keep drinking the next morning.
I had to,
just come down on a Monday morning.
I couldn't even look after my son
in your car on the way to work.
I couldn't look after my son.
That's what baby
I was
says.
like, come pick him up.
You were a bit. What was that after that?
It was the Christmas do, eh?
Oh
when
my
was
god, no, that was a bad
That
one.
was so bad. I came in on the Monday and I was doing my fucking, what did I do? I think it was like 100 wall balls every minute. You had to do 5 pull-ups, and I did it, and like every set was unbroken. And then afterwards, I was like,
we lost a few good men that night.
When was that?
And women.
It was fucking mint.
Do you remember Polly?
When was
It was
it?
just like,
Oh god, she was rude. Was that 2014?
I don't think I was there for that.
No, you
one.
weren't.
Yeah.
No, I
You
didn't.
remember, but you didn't. You do
Yeah.
remember, but you didn't
I
come.
think I remember it.
and Scotty,
Didn't it?
Skip and Rope Scott, I call him.
Skippy.
Skip and Rope Scott. Skip and Rope Scott was just in here on some like hanging two-seater.
That
And
old
it just had
IKEA
like
fucking-
piss
yeah,
shit
yeah.
all over it. He was just like,
It was good night, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was really good.
yeah.
But a good point it is, I think, especially like team bonding, like
Yeah.
army or outside, it's essential.
Well,
Yeah,
it's just like
something.
knowing someone in another capacity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, just outside the
If
gym.
you see people just in work or just in the gym, and then you
There
get
was always a
out for
bloke,
bit
Jim,
and
there was always a
come.
blokes who were super keen, who just wouldn't go out. You'd be like, "You're hiding something. Either you're fucking mental, but why don't you go out?" Then now you're like, "Oh, you are mental. You are."
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Or
yeah.
you're alright and you just don't like drinking.
Oh, he
that,
killed someone.
That never happens.
Oh, he killed someone.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
One beer. Just
We used to.
someone.
We used to have this bloke, the one bloke would never go out, and we were like, "Come on, man!" But then we just stopped
Just
trying.
try and revive
Oh,
him,
mate,
yeah,
he used to just sit in his room in Germany like that. We'd go past, like walking out the block and that. And he'd be like that. Just this table there, right, with candles all over the place. That and we're like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" And then he'd be like, just with like loads of cured meats and like olives around, and we're like, "You coming out, mate?" And he's like, "Not yet." And we're like, "Oh."
Oh yeah.
And then he just go around like the halls by himself, and like
Oh, that's odd.
we used to go and hide in the rooms under the
Fucking
bed.
Jack the Ripper shit.
And just like hear what he just want to talk to them for it. I won't go into details. Like, but we used to like hide like under the bed,
Meat.
behind the curtains and that.
Oh man.
And he just taught them for ages about like what he was thinking and feeling like. Oh, he's thought that mental. So it must have been the next day. You're
Some
fucking
fucking Norman Bates
class
shit,
that man.
isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, he's definitely in jail. He must be in jail by now. He must
He's
be,
dead.
man.
So you had the rope climb challenge. Was that 2014? That one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then 2 years later was the pull-up challenge.
Yeah. We've just done. Yeah. Well, not just done. It feels like I've just done it.
Feels like you've still got fucking DOMs from it.
Same date,
Yeah.
was it? December?
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I wish I'd done it in the summer actually, because I had lots of time. I had 8 weeks off in the summer because of the student stuff. And we'd probably got it out of the way. But yeah, I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did that. Yeah. Even though I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve, but in that personal side of things, I didn't achieve. I wanted to
Yeah.
break the world record.
What was the world record again?
It was 7,306 at the time.
And what was your target? Just to beat that, or did you have a set number?
Yeah, I wanted to do 7,600 because there was an unofficial record of like
Knocking about, wasn't
yeah
it?
7,000,
Yeah.
7,600 or something, or 7,500 and something.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure that I could do that, but it just fell apart a bit really. Didn't train.
Really well.
Yeah, just didn't. Looking back now, I might have picked a wrong strategy to go forwards. I didn't train long enough, do a long enough stints. I didn't train the endurance side of things enough. I thought that, there's only a certain point you can train to, and then it's all mental after that. And then if you're doing that sort of length of time in training, it's quite detrimental to the performance in the end. It's like doing 25 marathons before you do a marathon.
Yeah.
Some people can cope with it, and some people can't.
You said part of the video was a big one that your full body's going to cramp, wasn't it? It wasn't just the like the
Like your legs
pull-ups,
and
like
shit,
everything.
wasn't
It
it? Like
first
dropping
started off in my pec and my triceps, which was really weird.
Yeah.
After like 2000, even less maybe, and I was a bit like, yeah, you get in there, and got in, and I had to blank that out of my mind. I was like, this could either make or break me. I was like, well, actually, just forget about it and just do what you do, and whatever happens, happens. And then I started getting cramp in my hamstrings. I had experienced that a little bit before on the 8-hour stint I did, and I just thought, well, it's something that's going to happen because you're holding your feet up. And then when you start fatiguing, you tense up everywhere.
I was going to say it's like it's
and then you tense up on the way down. So when you start, I had to really constantly think about relax.
Because you're like eccentric loading on the way
Yeah,
down. So
yeah.
you're slowing yourself down.
That exactly, because you're worried that you're fatiguing. If I don't control myself down, I'm probably going to like rip my arm out of the socket or something.
Your body's just trying to protect itself because you're fucked.
And that's what I think my body did in the end. It just went. No.
Do you reckon? Did you find that towards the end you wanted to continue? You didn't want to tap out. It was just your body was saying, "Fuck off, Danny. I'm not doing it."
100%. That's exactly what happened. I spent 50 minutes, 2 in the morning, trying to do 7 pull-ups.
Yeah.
I must have failed about Oh, I don't know how many. It was a ridiculous amount of reps.
What were you thinking about when it's going good, you don't really have to reach, if you get what I mean. You don't have to reach for that sort of like drive. But when it's going bad and you're hurting, what do you think about?
It's like in every session I do. It's not just those long ones. It's even in the WODs in the day. You know, even if it's been 3 minutes, if it's Fran or Helen. Something that always goes in my mind a long time ago. Where it comes from is I never got picked for anything as a sport as a lad. I was always like the last to get picked, or one of the last to get picked. And then one summer I just chose to do Billy No Mates. I used to live out in the countryside 7 miles on my own, and I used to play football against myself. Crazy guy, right? So I just played loads and loads of football against myself. Yeah, score. You know, when you're a kid, scored that goal. Yeah, run back. Yeah, 1-1.
Double foot
No,
yourself.
I was just like, what actually happened was I just practiced the whole summer at football. So when I went back, started playing football, they were like, I ended up being all right.
Yeah,
But, I wouldn't say the best, but I was significantly better than I was before. And then I was just like, oh right, and then I started getting picked. So I thought to myself, that's what you got to do. You just got to push all the time to be picked.
Right.
I want to be picked. I want to be that person that if someone could rely on, that they'll pick me to rely on. So every time I'm in a workout, I think to myself, right, if I'm hurting, I'll rest. Because you've got to rest if you go really hard. You have a little break. I'm like, you're never going to recover. You've got to push. You've got to finish. You've got to finish because you've got to show. You've got to show yourself. You've got to show others that you can finish.
Yeah.
You've got to finish now. You're not going to recover. You're never going to recover by having a 10-breath break.
It gives you fuck all, does it?
You just got to keep pushing and keep chipping away. And I think that's like anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's where it comes from. I think when you asked me about it, I had to really think about where it all started, and I think it's there, and it's just gone on and on and on. Then to all these targets, I always set these goals, and my commando course, do this, do that, push. Can I beat Gibbo? Can I?
Yeah.
And now it's less about beating other people for me.
Yeah, and it's more
about how much can I push myself to just.
Yeah, because you get there next to I think you get there with maturity that it's just like it at some point it's got to be like I will beat everyone, and that's what makes like competitive nature when you're younger and stuff, and then the army obviously drives it or whatever.
But then when you get like a bit more of experience and you see what other people are capable of, and you have like an intelligent estimation of what you can be capable of, you have to just be like, I'm gonna be the best version of myself. So it's like my 5k row might not be fucking Cam Nichols' k row, but I'm gonna work for this.
Yeah.
And then
you've got to. So, like, say we're in a workout together. So, you beat me. Yeah, definitely gonna happen at the minute. Never used to be like that, by the way. But the thing is, I still want to beat you. I don't. That will never go. And everyone in this gym has a nemesis that they want to beat. Right, and that's actually really healthy because that pushes you. Yeah. But what you don't do is afterwards you think to yourself, you think about all the negative things. You think about all like, oh, but I could have done this, I could have done that. Yeah, cool. That's your reference, right? Yeah. Actually, what was all the positives to come out of that? I rested less than I did last time. Actually, I tell you what, because I was chasing him, I reckon I finished that a minute quicker.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
We've said this before.
I ask for feedback as soon as you finish something. I ask for feedback on the person. If it's a negative, like it's not wrong, you do a complete back, give you at least 3 positives. Then we can maybe start 1 negative, but at least
it's
one.
Like, it's like
just a reference.
If we did, say for example, it was me and you going head to head, it was like do 100 strict pull-ups for time, and my best time ever was fucking 9 minutes, and you did it in 5. But if I got 8 minutes, I don't know if it is that, but if I got 8 minutes, I wouldn't be fuming because you'd hammered me. I'd be like, oh, I've took a minute off. He helped me push because he's.
But you're like, I want to get there in the end. I want to get to what he's doing.
Because I can see that that's possible for a person.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's it. That's what it all is for me.
So it's looking for like. Initially, it was looking for approval from outside of yourself, and then you've changed that though. You've adapted that to self-approval. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
It's a lot more comfortable for me because I can rationalise it now. Because you haven't got to. I'm never going to go up and be like, what do you think?
Yeah.
And you'll be like, because I'll be scared of the answer.
Yeah.
I can ask myself. So I'm not scared to answer my own questions.
As long as you're honest with yourself and you don't blow smoke with your own ass.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who do that.
You give excuses.
Yeah.
People usually go the other way though, don't they? And don't do that. Like you were saying, people are just too hard on themselves. Usually.
That's a massive thing.
But then there's a couple of people that I'm shit. And then there's other people like, well, actually, I blew out my knee about 6 years ago, and
You can hang on to things and live them as excuses.
Well, that's a place
It's one time an ID went
reference.
No,
Place of residence.
Yeah,
and if you live in, if you live in there, like, I've still got this injury. When you haven't,
it's going to hold you back. If you go into something, so I'll tell you another thing is this: if you go into something thinking that someone's always going to beat you, they always will. So, got a guy who is actually just got recently in touch with me. We did our ice course together. His name is Chris Lord, monster, fittest bloke I've ever met in my life. He's an absolute animal. And at the time, I was doing a thing called cross training, which is in the gym, 10 stations. It's a chipper.
Yeah.
But it's like medium weights, high reps, run, press up, row, bike, shoulder press, sitting down, press the two ear. Woo! Loads of range of motion. Step ups and then treadmill. It was horrendous. And amazing for your fitness. I must admit, I was turbo fit at the time. He was one of the best in the country. But every time I went into a workout with him, I lived with him for 6 months because we did this course. I never beat him because I always went in thinking, you can't beat him. You cannot beat him. And what that does is, so it's a similar thing to, if you've got something that you think's wrong with you, you've done something in the past, you're like,
it's a crutch.
It's a crutch. It's like, I'm going to live. I don't think I can do it because of my knee, or I don't think I can do it because of my hand, you know, or my shoulder was a bit dicky last night, or maybe I can't beat him. And then you'll live off that and use that as like your crux to be like your get out of jail free card to yourself.
Yeah, to yourself.
Yeah. So when you're looking for that feedback from yourself, you immediately go, well, your shoulder's hurting, so fuck it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Have a rest. Don't matter.
I did it the other night, like overhead
But
squats.
if your shoulder is really hurting, do
have a
rest.
rest.
There's a difference between injury and then telling yourself you've got an injury is an excuse to why you perform badly.
It's also pain intensity as well, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm doing it with Laura now. Like she doesn't know what a program is because it'll say like a max set of, and she's never done a max set of.
Yeah.
And there is no goalpost, so she doesn't know what a max set thus absolute intensity is because she doesn't know where the fucking start and the end is.
Some people just.
So she'll just look for like, is that enough? Is that enough? I'm like, nah.
It's not.
And she's like, you've got to fail. Like you can't. There is no winning or completing the workout. You can't complete it. You've got to just fail.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
Do you feel like there's some people? There's a lot of people who just will never ever find 100% push.
That's all right as well, because like it's like I'm right like that and work with a lot of people and just like, why can't they go all out? And I was like, why should they go all out? Do you know what I mean? Like I think it's fine as well. Like some people.
Because it depends what you want. I mean, but if you say for example you want to be good at CrossFit. Unless your 100% is unbelievable.
You question it as well.
Sometimes you've got to go 100%, or if you're doing a test or something like that.
You've got to So if you're gonna practically, like program-wise, I love the idea that if you put the intensity, the complexity so low, the intensity goes through the roof.
Yeah.
They have to quit, and then you've got to make them quit. Now either they do that themselves, like give Lauren in the assault bike the other week. Either she gets there by herself in 2 good efforts, like good max efforts, genuine max efforts.
What was it she had to do?
20 seconds of max effort. And on the assault bike, 20 seconds, you will just fall off the bike.
Yeah.
If it's all out, you'll fall off.
If it's full effort.
But the thing is this, so I get that, and that does work for some people.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work for others because what you say is, I want you to go max out, max effort. You need to do this, but their max effort, they haven't got a reference to what it is. So where it comes in to being a trainer is you're getting to know people, and you can't know people straight away. It takes a time to build that relationship, and then you do the test a couple of times, and then what you do is you say, look, you build that relationship up, like emotional connection. You say, look, what I want you to do in that 20 seconds. Say she got 5, right? You know then that she can get 10.
Yeah.
You say, listen to me. I want you to get 12.
Yeah.
It would really, I'd really love that if you did that for me. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
I just need 12 out of you. And they're like, right, I'll do it. Yeah. But that doesn't come straight away. So what you've done then is you've pushed the boundaries a bit further. You know you want 10.
Yeah.
But then she's like,
that's exactly what happens.
Or she's on saying,
got to reach.
She's like, he needs this from me.
Yeah.
When people think it's for other people, not them, they will go the extra mile.
Yeah. I just did one on that on the blog post about buying and what buying means either business wise or trust. Once you develop a relationship of trust between you and them, like it's the same thing. Like what you ask of them is what they want to give you. Like they want to work for you.
People generally, like as the human race, we want to please others.
Yeah, definitely,
we want to fix and help other people.
Yeah.
And we get really, really great pleasure out of it.
Yeah.
So if we can make that contract between us to say, look, you're going to be helping me if you do this.
It's trust, isn't it?
People will
Because
literally
if they don't believe
die
that
for
you
it.
care as much as what you say about them, and you think they think that you are false, so you might talk a great game, but if they don't believe you actually care, they will not expose the most vulnerable side, and that is failure. Like,
that's why being a PT, people got a misconception about it. They go, oh, you're just standing there all day doing this, that, and the other, and you're coming home after 8 hours, and you're absolutely wacko.
you've
You might,
like,
ow,
Yeah.
because
Straight,
it's a
isn't it?
performance. Every time you see someone, you're performing, and you're performing excellence.
Yeah.
You're trying to, as long as you're a good bloke or woman,
Yeah.
you're trying to give excellence to the people that you care about, and it's tiring.
oh,
But it should be.
training.
You've got to
Yeah,
work hard.
if you don't come home when you've had like 6-8 hours of PT and you're not fannied, there's definitely something wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even end there. It's like you'll get a text in the day when they're not even with you. They'll be in work. They'll be like, "Oh, I'm excited for later," or they're not excited, and you've got to go the extra mile. To be like,
You should send those
She's not
texts.
really
Though.
in it.
You know, it's like that's the relationship builder. But that's why people PT people for 30 years.
Well, the more you when you've got that buy-in, the more you put into your clients, the more you'll get back from them.
Yep.
Yeah, and they will go harder.
Yep.
We talk about intensity. You'll get intensity out of every walk of life.
Yep.
They do.
Yeah, transfers over,
And
doesn't
you
it?
do that, and I think that's what's really great about our job. We get to do that, and
Yep. That's what I mean. Like, a lot of people only see it as like, we're just doing a one-to-one session. Like, you don't see the hours of background work that go
Oh,
on,
no,
the hours
exactly.
of catching up, and like
The
The
learning.
thinking,
Yeah,
they're not
yeah, yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they've got this tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just take. Oh, they've got that job interview.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let them know. Oh, look, I'm really thinking about you today.
Exactly.
Really hope you get that job interview
Huge,
tomorrow.
yes.
Huge. It's not just training.
Yeah, exactly.
They're your mates.
You only see the out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I tell you, the biggest relationships I've got. I didn't do a lot of PTs. It wasn't my thing when I left. Obviously, when I left, I wanted to go into dentistry. I did a bit of it. I PT'd Ian. Wurzo. I PT'd Sarah.
Yeah.
And I PT'd Prav. They're all my really good friends.
Yeah.
And they still are. We go out for dinner.
Yeah.
Prav is like one of my best mates now, just started a business together.
Yeah.
Sarah, good friends with her husband, top bloke,
Yeah.
confidant. And then Ian, top bloke, mate.
Yeah.
Always there for him, no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is this, I think, they pay you. And you get to a point where it's painful. You're like, I don't want your money off you because you've got a mate.
Yeah.
But they're like, but to them, they're like, don't you dare.
Yeah.
You're
It's still worth it.
worth every
Yeah,
penny.
yeah.
And you're like, I really can't do it for free. I want to do it for free.
But I can't.
You just got to be comfortable, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And
It's
tough.
time, isn't it?
You probably will resonate with that. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
hard,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you're worth so much.
Yeah.
And until you realise how much you're worth,
Yeah.
then you
Yeah.
end up being like seeing yourself short, really.
Well, people are investing in you, not only the time but the money. And they get so much out of PT, whether it's the social side of it, that connection with another human being and developing alongside them, and then also, obviously, there's little things as well like being out of pain and reaching their
Absolutely.
own personal goals anyway.
Going on to a different topic, to be honest, but listen, when you deliver outstanding customer service, price is not a problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
To them.
Yeah.
The
only
worst,
to
the
you.
worst thing someone can say when a new
It's only
client
to
comes
you.
up and they'll go, how much is it? You're like, nah, not interested, don't hear you. Because if they go and find you, and the first thing they say is like, well, how much is it going to cost me? We're not going to work
Yeah,
together.
no,
If they come to say, when can I book in a session?
Yeah.
Mega.
Exactly.
If
Yeah,
like
for the
that's
right reasons.
Exactly.
normally I feel really comfortable if price up an afterthought, like, oh, how much is it? And you've already
Once you've worked out
you spent
the
10
availability
minutes
schedule,
talking
then
about
they'll say, how
everything.
much is going to cost
Yeah.
me? That's a fair question. But if
Yeah.
they come in and say, how much, I'm going to have to go and work out figures, you're like, we are not going to work
I
together.
always wait.
See it
I
right
don't
off,
just
yeah.
always wait for
Yeah.
them to ask, because I don't want them to think that my interest is their money anyway, which is not. My interest is improving them as much as I possibly can.
Tell us about the business anyway. With Prav.
Beyond Direct.
Yeah,
What's that all about?
Yeah, mate, super excited. We ran our first workshop yesterday, and how it came about was on the pull-up event. Obviously, became really good friends with Prav from PT, and him. He's a very successful businessman in the healthcare profession. He was a doctor, qualified doctor out of Oxford, did a PhD, so he's double doctor. And but when from there he went into designing websites and business advice and customer service for the healthcare profession, because he did it for his brother who qualified as a dentist. Anyway, got to know him, and we were going to do a different project. We were going to do a different business idea. And he was like, I really like what you're doing, and it was to do with helping healthcare professionals out with injuries. And after the event, he was there all day. He gave up his whole 24 hours. Busy guy. He rescheduled one of his. He just bought into a company, and they went, "It's our Christmas party." He went, "Reschedule it. I'm there for my mate." He went, and they were like, "All right, but you just went." He went, "I don't care. He's my mate. I told him I'll be there, and I'll be there." So he was there. Anyway, so on that 24 hours, he met loads of people boxed on it. Amazing support. And they were talking about, "Oh, who are you?" And, "Oh, I'm Proud. I'm one of Danny's best mates." "Oh, yeah, cool. What do you do?" "I'm a businessman." "Oh my God, I want to chat to you about my business. Really good at coach, but I don't know much about business. I'm really struggling. We're doing a really good job in the box, but I don't know how to run the business. I work in the business, but not on the business." So after I'd recovered a little bit, I phoned him up and I was like, "Mate, let's start this project." And he went, "No, we've got to do something else, mate. We've got to help this community out." He went, I've not worked in a community like this ever." He goes, "The places I work in, people just want to earn loads of money." He said, "Where the passion is not there really." He said, "But it is in this, and I'd love to get into that. It would be a privilege to get in that. And if I could share my knowledge I know on business, CrossFit, teamwork." He goes, "You seem to, when people are around you, people operate well. You've got, that from your military background. You're a staff sergeant, got there very quickly, blah blah blah."
You're a staff sergeant?
Yeah. So.
What were you?
So we started that, and we set up a plan. We've got it's going to be modular. We looked at what people are offering, and I know that these guys are offering great stuff. 2-day courses, belt-fed information on every aspect of business. However, what you do is you write 20 pages of notes, and you don't action any of them because you're lost. It's like coming into the gym and saying your weaknesses are rowing. Your weakness is skipping. You can't do pull-ups, and you need to press ups. Go do it.
And you just don't know.
And you're like, "Oh my God, I need to create a mega wad, death wad of weaknesses. Let's do a goat wad." Right? Goat wads don't fix weaknesses.
No.
You need to focus on one thing at a time and make it better. We teach it all the time. If you improve 1%, every time you come in the gym, just that one thing, you're building that overall fitness, and we call it the business fitness. There's components of fitness and there's components of business. You need to bring them all up together. So each module is going to be a component of business, but it's going to be step by step. I said to him, "Look, I'm thick, I'm stupid. I joined the army because I didn't have academic behind me. I have to work really, really hard at it. I need people to take me through step by step. This is what you have to do now. This is how you set your website up. This is how you set up your ad campaign. This is how you do this. This is how you get your team together. This is how you want to communicate with them. This is the process. We'll take you through step by step on that workshop, that one thing. You've got step by step taken through. You can impact and action it.
The biggest thing is that the action, isn't it? You when you come off courses, and you're like, "I've got it," then you're like, "What the fuck do I do with this?"
That guy had a really good idea. That guy, I love what he had with his passion. He was amazing.
Because he had it, the way he was communicating. You for a split second you could see it in his brain. You're like, "I've got that," and you walk out. You're like, "Nah."
But the thing is, other things that the people who present, they say, "This is what worked for me." I'm in a different demographic.
Totally.
I'm in a different demographic. Yeah. Cardiff and Manchester are very different.
It's the thing about putting the thing out there, and anyone can copy it and be like, "Oh, I get that," but no one understands how they got there in the first place. So you can have as much as you want off me, but you've no idea how I got there.
So that's the business. And we had a workshop yesterday, and we learned as much as they learned. It was absolutely fantastic. We didn't count enough time. We thought it was going to be half a day. We stretched it on, and they were like, "Right." I was like, "But look," they were like, "We know we've got the one thing we're going to do tomorrow."
Yeah, good.
And they've already started doing it.
Good feeling, isn't it, as well?
Fantastic. We had some feedback today because we follow up immediately with video calls, with texts and stuff like that, and say, "Listen."
It's the same thing you said at the start, you being open to them feeding it back so you can make it better for next time.
And one of them just posted today, "Look, we've done this already. Look at this. I took what you said and I've got all these reviews." He's gone from having 2 reviews, or I don't know how many he had before because we didn't look at his, we looked at someone else's, but he's pretty much gone to 60 reviews, positive reviews. We finished yesterday at 3 o'clock, sent that message this morning at about 10 o'clock. He was like, "Thanks guys."
Class.
That is awesome.
It's mega.
So and through those simple steps we took them through.
Brilliant.
And I'm really buzzing about it.
Feels class, doesn't it?
It's just things that people are just not even thinking about. Like you say, it's so much to do when you run a business. It's hard to think outside of the box what you're already doing. So.
But the biggest barrier is, and there's lots of barriers, they go, "I haven't got time for that. I haven't got time for that. I haven't got time for that." You haven't got time for it.
There's always time.
There's always time because you got to make time, and how you make time is you have your team together, and you get them involved in it, and you say, listen, guys, this is the problem. How can we solve it? And that's what we're all about, giving the people the strategy of how to do that, and tools, business tools.
Yeah, cool, man.
To increase their business work capacity.
Yeah. It's the same as it's what you're saying. Like, you know, when people just look at like, how's the programming? Like, oh, it's fucking bigger than programming. And you're thinking fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's massive. You don't. I'll teach you, but you've got to believe that I'm not I can do it as well.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, what programs are you selling? Like, it's fucking program. Bigger than
Anything
fucking
cool,
program.
yeah.
A lot of people don't get it, do they?
No.
Like,
But it is our job as well to just show them a little glimmer of like, well, that's interesting. And if they want in, then they're in.
That's
It's just our job to just market it properly as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. And
And
if
not
we,
try to be like, mine, get off it.
Something I've noticed between you guys. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. That I did want to ask you guys. So something I've noticed really recently, like this place is buzzing now, and that's buzzing because of what you guys have done in terms of bringing each other up. Your teamwork is you can see it. The stuff that's coming out, the members know that there's something going on bigger than just cues, bigger than just go on then, let's keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
There's something in that. You know, you are growing together.
Yeah.
Which is so. What changed? What made that happen? It was like it doesn't. Something must have happened
It's
to
the same
change
thing
your
about
mindset.
trying to. I think same with the Globo gym where it starts off and everyone doesn't really get each other and they keep the car so close to the chest and then you'd share one thing and then someone put something else in and another thing and you'd be like, oh, that's mega. Oh, how about that? And you'd be like, oh, cracking. I don't even know how the podcast came out, didn't we? We just started like.
we've been talking. Well, I think we just started chatting about it for a little while.
We stopped being
What
so
it was,
protective
we
of
stopped,
everything.
yeah, and honestly, like jealous, feeling like fucking hell, he knows more than me.
That
If
did
he
happen a
stopped
while ago,
about
didn't
it.
it? We had
And
a
I
bit
felt
of
that. I was talking.
Yeah.
He obviously knows something. I was like, I'm gonna try and learn from
It
him.
was immediate effect we had it where there was a time where people would there'd be the massive like jealousy thing that would happen and we're like, it's not it's all out, you have it.
Basically,
like,
I mean,
and this isn't even bullshit. It's like
Weird,
I've only
yeah.
took it as far as I can take it, and then if I can give it to someone, they can make it a lot better and give me back. I'm like, I didn't even think of that, didn't even look at it that way.
Yeah.
Happy days.
because
I'm the quote man. Listen to this. This is really cool, right? No one of us is cleverer than all of us.
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And like I think what we realised was that we will take our careers so far on our own, and then we'll completely plateau.
Yeah, totally.
And then only like together will we make something completely like way bigger than what we get. Our potential just increases massively.
Yes.
I the ideas now.
I love it. I love it. What I'm seeing, I'm questioning you now
Yeah.
because I'm learning off you.
Yeah.
You know, I know that I've done that before.
Yeah.
In the military, and you're creating it. I've done it in the CrossFit gyms, but I love seeing it. You know, and what you're doing is great. You know, and I'm going to give examples when we do run our sessions because that's what we're about.
Yeah.
You know, we're about sharing best practices.
Yeah.
And there's something very unique about getting people in a room sharing the best practices. You can read on, I said this yesterday, it was like, you know, we've got these groups on Facebook and it's like the affiliate group UK. That's cool and I love it. People sharing all their ideas. But people can read things very differently to what's been written.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a text message. I could text you and you'd be like, he's really pissed off with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, love your bits.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, Dan, you're no,
Yeah.
what's up? No. Relationships have ended over that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So, you know, getting people together in a room like you're doing is something that is the best way forward because then you can explain yourself properly and people go, oh right, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
I read that totally wrong, dude.
Steve Jobs did a really good job of that. He was like, here's all the dots. He's like, and I'll show you how I connect them. He's like, there's all the ideas, but I'll show you exactly how I get the and that is the thing of showing that in. I wish I knew the code for that. What we'll do is we'll edit it and
We'll
I'll
get it.
put it in.
But one
In a
thing
different
was,
set of clothing, like, oh, Steve's Jobs said.
2 weeks later.
little.
yeah.
Well, it's just one thing, and like it just breeds creativity from there. So like,
Did last Friday. We can't. We're not going to see
Just like-
what the ideas, but
Yeah.
like I'll be on a Friday and I just start getting creative. Like right, and I'll just
yeah.
send
So
some-
I watched this Wim Hof.
Yeah. You
documentary.
sent me that.
I've
Yeah.
read his book actually.
He's
Yeah,
off
it's
the
good,
drugs.
isn't it?
And
We
these
should
are
do
buying
that.
into it and they're like, doing this breathing, and I was like, you fucking weirdos. And then,
So is that where the cold shower is?
Because like I bought his course. I was like, he wants to chip in, and then Tom chipped in. Phil's.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
none of
good.
it, me. I was
Yeah,
like,
good.
nah.
He watched the documentary.
And then I watched the documentary, and then we're like,
Messaged
wow,
me, didn't you,
I
after
get
that?
it. And like he basically takes these guys away. It's a bit hippie and that, but what the people who believe in him are getting from that is mental.
mate.
and
But
it's powerful.
you didn't text me your review of the documentary. You text
No.
me saying, what do you reckon of that? You didn't just say like, that's bollocks, that, look at that.
Yeah, yeah.
And because straight away, as soon as you come into contact with someone like that, you just like, that's
If you give your opinion straight
Kind of,
away,
yeah,
you're
exactly.
trying to impress your opinion on other people.
Yeah.
Instead of asking the question,
Yeah,
what do you
definitely.
reckon?
Like
Yeah.
you getting
Alright, is that
frozen
what
up
you
for
took
years
from
ago.
it? What did you take from that? Cool.
Yeah.
Quote man again. Right. Like what this is passion.
Yeah,
It
definitely. Yeah.
oozes passion, and passion is infectious.
Yeah.
But an infection needs feeding all the time, and
Yeah.
what do you feed passion with? Fucking passion.
Yeah. And
Just-
like you said before, with action, like every week we've come up with something now that we're actioning in. It's not immediate, but like in months to come. So there's something happening that we look forward to every hugely.
That is the Beyond RX mission. It is the perpetual 1% difference.
Yeah.
So what's your 1% for? In the gym, you'd be like, what's your weakness for this week? What's your weakness for next? We're saying, what's your 1% for June? What's your 1% for July? Write that down.
Yeah.
Take some action. Don't matter what it is. Get started.
Yeah.
Get started. It's going to be better than it was.
Yeah, exactly.
Measure
It's
it.
right at the start,
Measure
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Look, do it.
Yeah.
Or don't have to do anything. So if you measure something, it will get better.
Yeah, and that one more thing we did was commit to Friday afternoon podcast every week, without fail.
But now on top of that, it's like, well, why don't we meet up on Thursdays just for a brew and see what happens?
Out of the gym, not because we have to be
And not
here, not
even,
because
like,
we are here,
forcing
because
it,
we want to invest time in ourselves outside of the gym, talking and having a chat and bouncing ideas around, investing
And
that
not
time.
not in a forced, like, this isn't very
We
forced.
don't come here
we're
with
just
notes.
talking,
We're just
but-
going to go for a
No,
pint and
yeah.
just talk
Yeah,
shit.
just
And
gonna
I guarantee something will come.
because
Because you go back to that point you say how you can feel when someone's going like there's an undercurrent, either good or bad, because you can feel when there's tension or there's
Well,
like
that's the-
creativity or whatever. When I first started, I was like check in, check out, do my job, see you later. Not interested in going for a fucking green tea with you. I'm not arsed. But then
I
Then
remember,
attract my own hate by people like, he's a bit of a dick, isn't he? I'm like,
If you isolate
I couldn't.
yourself,
And then, but
you
I
are
didn't. I was like, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to do my job, and then I'll go. And then I started opening up, and then you attract more criticism. But then you'd be like, okay, we'll talk about it, and they're like, actually, it's all right. And then that went forward from there.
Yeah.
I remember coming up to you after a class. It was not too long ago.
You give me some feedback. I was like,
yeah. I was like, yeah, mate, I really love what you're doing. I was like, you deliver it fantastic. Your knowledge is great. I said, but your timelines are off. I said, why don't you do this and give you a tool? And you went, yeah. And he went, fucking dick. Yeah.
And then, but since then, my time in fucking scratch. I can't stand.
Oh, yeah. I started that.
No, it's true. But honestly, like, because I'm the talent thing you said in the balls, I got, and that's my personality. I was like, I'll do it to prove that I won't make the same mistake again. Yeah, that's just how I work out with pure spite and hatred.
Class.
That's what it's all about, man. Isn't it? But like we were saying, like in regards to, you get in your own head and you're like, oh, is that a good idea? Is it worth doing? But then just having like 2-3 people just to say, do it, you dick.
The worst form of anxiety is when you've got, creative or not, or destructive or not, ideas in your head that you've got no way of releasing or sharing with someone.
Yeah.
Do you know when you've got like mates who don't do the same thing as you do, and you get to when you want to talk about something, and they're just like, no.
What's the worst can happen?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What's the worst can happen? Because you've got 2 choices. You either have nothing, or you have something.
Yeah.
And a lot of people just stay having nothing. Could you
Think about an idea and then it's like, oh, for course again.
Yeah,
I've got another idea. Oh,
Sometimes even now, like we'll message each other and we'll say, well, "What do you think of this? What do you think of that?"
Yeah.
And then you're like, "What are you gonna say?" And then you get this feedback and like, "Oh, that's pretty good, you dick." And it's like,
So why don't you just tweak it to this, and it might be better.
"Oh yeah."
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
you're like, oh cool,
Well,
let's
that's
just start. Everything starts a bit rough.
Yeah.
It's just ironing it out. And the one thing we're all happy to criticise each other, aren't we?
Yeah, it's taken well as well.
There you go.
Love
Even if you do
Brilliant.
something, it's poo, move on, you've learned something.
Yeah.
That's what happens with the level 1 staff.
Yeah.
You get feedback every single time you deliver. Carl was the same. When on the last seminar I did with Carl, he was like, he said, I'm going to run the deadlift group for you. Can you give me some feedback? I'm like, yeah, cool. I was like, oh my god, he's so master. I gave him some feedback, sent it to him. It was the day that Ali hurt her legs, so I had to shoot off early. And he was just like, mate, thanks so much. Yeah, I get it all. I get that. I'll try and change that.
Well, that was something you did with us when I first started coaching here. You were like my mentor, weren't you? And
Yeah.
like at every class, you'd be like 3 positive, 3 negative, and you need both.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's good.
You can't give too many things.
Yeah.
Give too many things. Same principle, isn't it?
Same
You give them loads of this. You need to do all of these things, and you're just like, I'm not going to do any of them. 'Cause
Yeah.
I can't
don't
do all
know
of them
what
at
you
once.
want me to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and I don't even like 3 things anymore. I like 1 good, 1 bad. Make that bad into a good.
Yeah, how it is.
Make it better.
You're just better.
Yeah.
You're just better. One thing,
Yeah.
because people can only take away that.
Yeah.
And feedback is also got to be hot feedback, not cold feedback.
Yeah.
Cold feedback, I've done it in the past. I'd be like, oh, look, I'm in a rush. I'll write you some notes and I'll send it to you on an email.
Awful,
It's not the
that
same, is it?
It's not present, is it?
What if I just grabbed you and said, look, mate, quickly now, I'm just going to tell you, this is the one thing I want you to improve on. This is the one thing that was amazing, right? I'll write it up later and I'll send it to you later. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They're like, cool. They're in the moment.
Yeah. Because they know how it felt at the time whenever they did what you're criticising, in a good way or a bad way, it's right then and there, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
No one's never gonna get 1 negative ever. You're never gonna get.
Nice, loads of stuff.
Perfect, that mate.
Yeah. But just pick the most
Well,
important.
if you've that, then you've completed it, haven't you?
Done.
Or just pick one. Doesn't have to be the most important one, unless it's safety. Safety first.
Safety.
Yeah.
Says the man who did how many pull-ups?
4,907.
Seven.
And then what like this for about 4 months.
I was actually doing treating patient.
Keeping
That's
sit-ups.
finished on a Sunday. Treating patients on a Tuesday afternoon. Get in there, kid. Just
Yeah,
a bit of
so-
body teeth
Why are you
now.
shaking? I don't
Luckily,
know.
luckily it was just an impression.
Just like missed his face.
You're right. Yeah, I'm good. What's up with you? Why you got T-Rex arms?
Yeah. Class. Do you know what?
Matters.
On dentistry, something got to go on, Phil. I went to the dentist for the first time since the army. Then when you obviously you went 10 years. 10
You
years.
snapped. You snapped.
It's so common.
Walked in, I was like, I'm going to take my credit card because I'm going to get a new fucking jaw. And he was like, nothing wrong, I'll see you in 12 months. I was like,
Oh, ledge.
These days and all them tabs
Let's
and all
set-
them
let's
bits as well.
Ethical dentist, that mate.
yeah, it was decent. And I was like, I'll just give him a clean. I was like, right. And he was like, I'll x-ray them. I was like, fuck, he's going to find something under the skin that they're rotted or something. He's like, no, good. I was like,
Tidy. So what you should have done then was spent all that money anyway, gone back to the missus and said, look, got bummed up by that.
yeah.
Daniel knocked you up a little
Why
receipt.
is John
Yeah.
Lewis?
Yeah.
Why is John Lewis come up on the That's where the dentist is.
Just about every
Private
single
list.
piece of clothing you own
Yeah.
is gone.
That's his name, Mr. John Lewis.
Comes in with like ding. He's like Rolex.
Yeah.
Just him rolling,
Class.
hating.
Mint. Cool. Right,
Right, yeah.
Mint.
Cheers, boys.
Sweet.
Good.
That
Awesome.
was alright.
That was good, that, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, it's alright.
Good, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good.
Enjoyed
Probably
that.
went on a bit longer than we thought. But
I always do.
Ali be like, what?
Yeah.